interesting way of doing it, isn't it?
I'm back on 2042 now.
Oh yeah. Have you played it since the beta weekend? I want to. We could vag Friday daytime 2042 because it is crossplay.
Yes.
I didn't take a lot of persuasion, did it? Okay, cool. Well, there we go. We can do some Friday daytime vag 2042 and we just sit there and be in pain.
Yeah.
It's so much worse. Good afternoon, you wonderful human beings. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Tuesday afternoon. Joe has another trophy. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those YouTube buttons for us. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every time we go live, drop a new video, future uploads, all that kind of stuff, right? Most importantly, hit that sub button for us if you haven't already. We are now over 35,300. We are still climbing. Yep. Thank you so much, you wonderful human beings. And I think most of you just come for Joe, who has another trophy.
Another trophy.
Which says, chat, right? 40k Brawl Summer GT. So this is put on by our friends who run the 40k tournament at Beachhead. So Adam, racist Adam, who comes on the channel. Yeah. This is one of his ones that they run at Entoyment down in Poole. In a new location, right? Newish location.
Newish. Near Smiths.
40k Brawl Summer GT 2025. Best overall.
Yeah, best boy.
Best overall.
Yeah. Which is much like Warhammer World does it. And I think more events are slowly picking it up, where they take your overall tournament score and then add it to favourite army votes and favourite player votes.
Yeah.
And then the person with the most comes first.
I'm a big fan of it.
I think it's the best award for any tournament to hand out and also win.
Do we now think, legitimate question now, because you've obviously, the reason for your golden ticket for AOS was because of the soft scores for favourite game and favourite player, right? Because you were 3-2 at the AOS event?
I went...
3-2,
yeah.
3 wins, 2 losses.
I think it was 3-2.
Yeah, I'm sure you said it was 3-2. I'm positive you said that.
Yeah, I think, 3-2. I'm going to say 3-2.
Absolutely not racist, Adam. Thank you. Yeah. He says in chat. and then this weekend, you still didn't win all 5 games. But
no, got 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
And actually, I think winning favourite game votes whilst winning 4 games is testament to you. Yeah. It's quite impressive. Yeah. So, well done,
especially
Joe.
when you think about how competitive, and how oppressive a lot of meta armies are nowadays.
Yeah.
Getting favourite game votes is hard.
Especially when winning.
Yeah.
Often, I think. Yeah. So, Joe gets another trophy, chat. Look at that. And if that isn't a reason to smash your gifted in.
I did get another trophy from my first round opponent, Steve, who I've played before. Tom's played him as well. He gave me a plushie of a Nurgling.
Yeah.
And basically what he does, because he runs Chaos Demons with lots of Great Unclean Ones and Rotigus. And if you kill all of them, he gives you a Nurgle plushie.
That's really nice.
Yeah, when I played,
does he literally turn up with 5 plushies just in case though? I
think he got that one on the. He gave it to me on Sunday.
Right.
Okay. I think he does go with them.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and I played him at Beachhead, and I killed a couple, but not all of them. Yeah.
Adam is in chat, thankfully. Adam, when's your next event? Just let me know. So this is, like I said, this is run at Entoyment by Adam and his team, which is down in Poole. I'm going to say, and now these soft scores are coming in. So first of all, I'm actually incredibly keen to employ this soft score mechanic at Hobby House.
Yeah, I want every event to have them.
He wants every event to have them.
It's just because it's reflecting. Not just being good at the game.
Did they at Entoyment? Did they have a best overall and a first place for battle points?
There was cool, a first, second, third, best painted, best overall.
So in terms of ITC points, if you want to turn up, be a knob, just fucking flat game and table every opponent, you can still get your ITC points.
Yeah, I do also want to say because Adam shouted it out when he didn't need to, right? And made me look like a bit of a knob.
Oh, okay.
Right, I'm going to call you out. But it's fine. But it makes me look better in the end.
Okay.
I actually won Best Painted.
Did you?
I did. But half my army was painted by Siege Studios. So I was like, give it to whoever came second.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. You can't win best painted when half it's done by Siege.
So I love the Templars, and I kind of now want to replace all the Siege stuff with my own stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, I'll just take a different army next time.
Well, for what it's worth, I have all the characters.
Yeah, well, I've got them there at home. You gave them to me already.
Oh, have I? There you go then.
But also at the same time, apart from Tyranids, every event I've done this ITC year, this ITC season, I've used a different army every time.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, maybe that's what I do. I just go through every event is a different army every time.
8th and 9th of November, Adam, is really difficult because I now won't encourage everyone to go there because we're hoping to have Hobby House open around that time.
And I'll be in America.
He will be in America Land, yeah.
Give us money.
if we get enough revenue this month.
If we make enough money from donations, thank you. For everyone that has already donated, please give more, please.
Yeah, so this is a mechanic that pre Warhammer World, and you're talking about it. This is a mechanic that I'd never really heard of before, and I knew that there was scope within things like the what's the ITC app called? Best Case Pairings. There was scope within Best Case Pairings to apply soft scoring points, but I'd never seen it used. And having run a lot of tournaments and been an admin, I saw them there. I never really looked at them and touched them. And I know there used to be like a hobby track as well as
there used to be. America's done it, but UK has historically never done hobby track.
Yeah,
I always asked. I was like, why not? Because there was always an ITC winner for the hobby track.
Yeah,
and I was like, surely we should all be aspiring that, because the hobby isn't just being good at the game.
No, quite. And I think that a lot of people's complaints over the course of maybe the last couple of editions is that the game in general seems to have been dialed right into tournament play and competitive play. I will add a caveat. I was talking about this in the Thanes WhatsApp chat earlier this morning. The current mission set, I think, is wonderfully good. And I genuinely believe that Games Workshop have done an absolutely sterling job of putting out an incredibly interesting and fun mission deck.
There's been a lot of people out there complaining that 10th edition is the worst version of the game that we've ever had.
Yeah,
and I'm loving it. I think it's one of the best versions we've ever had, because I think at a competitive level, it's like the bleeding edge, the cutting edge of competitive play. It's not just about going in and just annihilating. It's all about like as I say in the Hunger Games, like it's moves and counter moves all the time. It's always having. We were talking about your Eldar list, right, and my Black Templar list, having units in your army that don't necessarily do vast amounts, but the threat of their existence is enough to make your opponent think about what they're doing.
Yeah,
everyone was saying, like, because I've had like a Judica and 6 Blade Guard in my army, and people are like, I'll just get rid of the Judica to find points. I'm like, no, because that's a unit I have in my army that my opponent now has to be like, ooh.
Yeah.
How do I deal with that? And if you put it behind a wall, your opponent's like, well, I can't shoot them. I've got to get them out there somehow. So I think the game now is not just about just blasting, right? Just go out there blasting all the time. It's a real thinking game now, I think.
Yeah, and I think that one of the people's complaints though is that it's competitive focused, and I get it, right? And they've done a good job this time round with, and I need to spend some time over the next week or so making the assets for the asymmetric missions, because I really want to have a go at those on the channel, because I think they'll be fun for us to showcase on the stream, and they're cool. But one of the things I always used to say whenever I used to attend tournaments myself in years gone by is I cared more about favourite game votes than I did about winning games.
Yeah.
And I was always hunting, and there was a couple of times I got beaten by a vote, or I tied for votes, and to win that favourite game vote trophy, like whatever it would be called, most sporting, whatever you would call it. Now the fact that you can not win that overall like best sporting trophy necessarily, but have it added to your wins to give you an overall score, I am getting more interested yet again. And I know I peak and trough, and I'm aware of what I'm like, but with soft scoring coming into play and people's demeanour, the way in which they play themselves, not just talking about it, I mean actually doing it, not just using it as a tagline for your business, but actually, demonstrating it. I think when that happens and it goes towards your overall vote to push you up the standings, that then attracts me more to go to tournaments again. Like I'm more interested in going.
Yeah, because it's like, when Warhammer has done them historically, when they do the Throne of Skulls, favorite army, favorite player votes get you more points than wins and losses.
Oh, right? Black coffee with honey, by the way.
So technically the winner of the Throne of Skulls event is basically the best overall.
Yeah.
Right. So just winning all your games. But also they've done like favorite player votes, favorite army votes. But the problem with that is that not everyone is blessed with a good personality, whether they want to or not. Sometimes people have a really nice personality, they realise that, but sometimes it might not come across. Some people are very shy, So some people who are very, very shy, like, might come across as rude, but they're not being rude. They're just a bit awkward, right? So when they don't get favourite game votes or favourite army votes, they're a bit like, ugh. But getting 1 or 2 that then added to their win score, then gets them in a position to win an award that might be out of their reach.
Rockets them up the table, 100%, absolutely.
And I think it's really, really good. Like if you're a fantastic painter and you're really fun to play the games, but you're not so good at the game, it still gets you there.
I also think you don't even necessarily not have to be good at playing the game. You can be good at playing the game, but you could play an army or a faction or play a list that isn't meta. Because maybe you're a huge... Right, we talk about... I'm sure he won't mind me saying. Talk about Dan from this last weekend, right? Yeah. He went and played an event and got Wooden Spoon and got Best Painted.
Yeah.
Okay. He's playing a guard army that is not that well... dialed in. It's not the most efficient at the moment. And guard players are quite like this, right?
Yeah.
I don't care what's good. I care about making my guard army and it being cool.
Yeah.
Right? And those people are also now potentially going to be able to sit higher than they would be before because they might be beautifully painted, beautifully converted. They might be loads of fun as they charge their guard in and they all die. Cool, but I don't win so many games. Maybe I win 1 or 2 over the course of the weekend. Well, actually, you can still end up somewhere near the top of the table in the overall standings.
We had the discussion. Dan was thinking about selling his army after the last tournament. And I said to Dad, right, we're at this point now where do you want to be good at the game or do you want to have fun?
Yeah.
Because guard... Those two don't live next to each other.
It's hard to do both with guard, 100%.
Yeah, so he's on the fence of selling them. I want to get him in here, but obviously got a baby on the way, so now he's time poor in the sense of
and cash poor
poor. Yeah. So I'm currently going through my garage looking for Lehman Russ turrets and stuff.
Oh, bless you. There should be a fair few because I bought the old Forge World
It's one of those ones where I had some in my hand this morning and I thought he said that he needed the guns, not the turrets.
Yeah.
So I bought the guns in and he was like, no, I need the turrets as well.
I know we had a bunch because I bought all the Forge World Mars pattern ones originally, and they used to come with a full plastic rust kit and then the resin bits additionally, and the resin bits included the turret. So we did have a bunch.
I think we've got to send them his way.
Yeah. I really want to bust out those Forge World tanks.
Yeah, so much like Warhammer World, Beachhead this year has 2 golden tickets to give away. 2. And as we know, a golden ticket...
Beachhead normally goes to 5th place?
It normally goes to a certain person, regardless to whether they turn up. So, I always say, if it goes past 3rd...
You shouldn't give it out,
give it out. But I say give it to Best Painted. So now there's two golden tickets available. So it's a ticket to the Warhammer World or the Warhammer Grand Tournament of Champions, essentially, in America. One goes to first place on battle score. So the person that wins 6 games.
Yeah.
The second one is for favourite best overall. Which I think is great.
Yeah, I think it's a step in the right direction.
Got one, but
no, I genuinely think it's good.
Yeah. Also, the Age of Sigmar tournament at Beachhead also has a golden ticket to give away as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, so you might not win all 6 of your games. You have. Let's be honest. To get the golden ticket, or be in the winnings for it, the winning area, you're going to have to do all 6 games.
Yeah.
Because you need those 6 votes, right?
I'm actually tempted to do all 6 games this year.
I'm doing it.
The Sunday morning game kills me. So I have to be an easy Saturday night.
The Saturday morning game nearly killed me, to be honest.
There wasn't a Saturday morning game.
Yeah, but I nearly killed myself the night before from alcohol death.
I
say it was me. It was the things.
We played game 1 on Friday night. There was no Saturday morning game.
I know, but
plenty of time to be fit
felt,
again.
Walking in there at 1 o'clock on Saturday lunchtime, I felt like I'd had about 3 hours, or 3 minutes sleep. I was not in a good state.
Weakness.
But I ain't doing that again. I'm doing all 6 games. I'm going the distance. You know.
I'm tempted to.
I think we should. Paddy said he's going to do it. Tom said he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Right. You play the numbers. We all play each other. We decide on who's going, and we all play each other.
I'd love to know what we got 200 people in chat right now. I'd love to know what you guys think about this soft scoring stuff. And by soft scoring, I mean things that aren't directly correlated to your results. So favourite game and best army votes that are now things that so we've seen it at Warhammer World. We're now seeing the Brawl events bringing it in. We've already said previous to this stream that we wanted to do it for Hobby House. And we will be doing it for Hobby House. So if you want to turn up to a Hobby House GT or a Brawl event GT, if you want to turn up and you want to bring the most meta possible list you can, and you want to make 0 friends and smash people to pieces, you can still go 5-0 or 6-0, get first place, and your ITC points for being the best player will be relevant, right? Cool. You can do that. That's fine. And I don't think I have a problem with people that do that. I don't genuinely have an issue with that. If you want to turn up with something a bit cool, a bit more fun, maybe something you've converted a lot or something you've painted really well, and you want to go and enjoy yourself and maybe only win 3 games, you can still win best overall.
Reverend Chris, I just read your comment. Did you go into an Age of Sigmar tournament with the Chaos Lord army? There's no restrictions in Age of Sigmar. There's not best of 3. So there's a list for Blades of Khorne where you just take 20 of the same Chaos Lord.
Okay. Is that good?
It's all right. It's not bad. It's not a terrible army, but your army is literally 20 heroes. It's ultimate hero hammer.
All right.
It's just fun to just hit like a truck.
Stick your answers on postcards anyway, chat. You wonderful human beings. And you can also, if you want to support us here, moreover, specifically if you want to support getting Joe over to America, we obviously have our gifted membership target every stream.
I think favourite
he's still going.
Player votes are a great thing for finding first, second, third at things like narrative events as well. Let's say you don't want to do a competitive event, but you want to do a narrative event. You need BCP for pairings, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But having favourite player, favourite game votes at narrative events, I think is very good.
Okay.
Also, I'd like to see events start doing, again, painting competitions for single models. I do. So to go back to what you just said about narrative events before we move on, I actually like that concept because I've been to some narrative events where people still turn up with the most meta dick kicking thing they possibly can. Yeah. And they then spend time, because everyone else has bought narrative lists, they then spend time absolutely curb stomping opponents into oblivion. And people go, I'm not having fun now because I've come for a narrative. I've been to a narrative event. A player did this. It will surprise none of you that he was a Tau player. And what we said for the narrative event was, you know what? We're not going to do any updates. We're going to use Codex as intended because you don't have to worry about all these extra documents to try and be something nice where it's like, just bring your book and you're good to go. And Codex Tau, I think it was his last edition, Codex Tau was broken, right? Utterly broken. And it had a lot of balancing that went through. And he turned up with Codex Tau and just fucking stomped on people and was laughing about it. I'm like, it's a narrative event, man. Wow. You're supposed to be telling a story and having fun. Yeah, I do also think narrative events probably need to live in the realms of Highlander, or have one of every unit. What's the Hellbrute thing? Someone cheated at a tournament. I've seen this a lot over the last few days. Basically, they just had a free Hellbrute on the table. They just be like, whoop, kind of. Yeah. Why? Why do people cheat? I don't get it. We were talking about this before the show started. The Battlefield. That's why we were talking about Battlefield. The Battlefield 6 beta launched this last weekend, and I didn't know. And someone on my last stream that I was doing on Saturday said to me, the first day there was 25,000 people reported for cheating. The second day, 30,000 people reported for cheating. This is in the first weekend of the beta. Over the course of the first weekend of the beta, they reckon that they banned 300,000 accounts for cheating in a Battlefield 6 beta. Yeah. Why? If anything, it helps them deal with cheaters on the main game. But I don't in a game where there's no award for being the best.
But even if there is a reward, so let's go back to 40k. Even if there is a reward for being the best, even if there is a first place trophy, if you win that trophy, this is what I can't get my head around, right? It does get grey and woolly when you introduce big cash prizes, and I don't like big cash prizes. But if the award is you win a trophy and maybe you get a £50 voucher for the shop, I wouldn't call that a big cash prize.
No.
When you win that trophy, you're stood there holding this first place trophy, knowing you cheated.
Yeah.
So you haven't won the trophy.
It's like the toilet dice thing, isn't it? Right? It's like you've got there by not playing the same game as everyone else.
But so you haven't won the trophy, and you have the trophy. You've been given the trophy, but actually, strictly, you haven't won it because you cheated.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how anyone could ever display that then proudly because you fucking cheated. I don't get it. I don't get the mindset.
I just want to be able to go online, go on social media, and then be like, I won this thing. Give me kudos for being the best. You know.
But you're not.
Because
you cheated.
But they're living a lie.
I mean, they are.
They are
this
living
is my point.
a lie. But it is just sad.
I've never understood it, Joe. I've never been able to get my head around it.
Yeah, I'd just be like, because how?
If I catch people at Hobby House,
I
haven't cleared this with the other people in charge yet, but if I catch people actually cheating on purpose, intentionally, not a genuine, I thought that was the rule, because that happens. It's a complicated rule set. Not I read half a strat and thought I was doing it right, because that happens. That's fine.
Yeah.
If people were slipping a fucking Hellbrick out their pocket and put it on the table, lifetime bans.
Yeah. I think that's not far enough. What we should do is sacrifice them to the homeless people, right? And
please don't get us in trouble.
So they get like addicted to crack or something.
I want a wall of shame with a photo. Before we kick him out, we'll take a photo.
Like a police mugshot.
Yeah. We have the Hobby House wall of shame.
And they hold up a plaque that just says cunt.
Yeah.
It's just
like the old police numbers, but cunt.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Some people aren't like us, Liam, and don't have the same mindset and honour. I don't even think it's about honour, though. I just think it's about... Maybe it is about honour. Maybe I'm not being fair there. But I just think you... Like, I have medals at home from things that I've done in the past, sports competitions, etc. And I've never cheated because I fucking can't abide cheating. And I'm very, very proud of those things. So I've got medals from hanging up in my garage. I've got medals from literally when I was like 15, right? Gold medals when I was 15, okay? And the reason why I still have them 38 years of age is because I worked fucking hard for those and I earned those. And I feel like I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like if I had a trophy or a medal like that, not best overall because you wouldn't likely get that from cheating, but first place trophy, I don't know how I would ever be able to just genuinely display it. Because people will go, oh, when did you win that? You're like,
well, the thing is, though, like cheating is only worthwhile if people don't find out.
But right? Even so then...
The problem is the cheating's not worth it because the repercussions of people finding out that you have cheated, then...
That was fucking lovely.
Because I had sugar and honey.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Not so much sugar, but
I don't feel like I should have many of those, considering I'm trying to lose weight. But I think, the fallout from cheating is like the chances are no one's going to like you for a start. They're going to be like, you're a knob. Please leave, right? And then if you continue to go to events and people know that you are a known cheat, your life playing games is never going to be good again. Because people are always going to be watching you. They're always going to be asking you questions. They're always going to be double checking everything you do to the point where you're like, I can't do anything without someone checking on it. You know, because when you play Warhammer, no one's got their codexes out. No one's got their phone out. They're just like everyone's playing, assuming that their opponent knows all their rules.
I have my iPad out.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we play a lot of armies.
Yeah.
So when I go to a tournament, normally for game 1 and 2, I'll have my iPad out.
I always have my phone on the table.
And the reason why I have it on an iPad is because I'll have it flat on the surface, and I'll be flicking through Battle Bunker because Battle Bunker's fucking great, right? and then I'll flick through Battle Bunker because it's my iPad, not my phone. If someone says, "Can I see it?"
Yeah,
off you go.
This is fucking weird for me.
Okay,
this hasn't happened for me all of 10th edition. I went to a tournament and my codex was still in date. Hadn't been updated yet, so I had my codex with me. I was like, this saves me so much battery power because I could just be like, those are the actual rules as written.
I just don't get it. I'd love to be in the mind of a cheater one day, just to understand how you can go, look, I'm really proud of this trophy, but I don't understand how you're proud of it because you won it dishonestly.
There's like people that cheat, but like, oh, I'm a millimeter out, and like when no one's looking, they'd be like, boop. But what's mental is that people cheat in situations when asking their opponent for something that their opponent will probably just let happen. So right, so you're like, oh, I'm a millimeter out, right? Or I'm half an inch out. You go to your opponent like, look, I'm half an inch out. I had the movement to go further. I just didn't move him all the way. Do you mind if I just squidge him along? And your opponent will be like, yeah, do it. Or like, oh, I didn't say I was guarding this objective.
I think it depends how game defining
it depends
is.
I suppose it depends on where if you're game 5, right, at a tournament for the finals, your opponent's probably going to hold you up. But if you're like game 2, game 3,
there was a game I played. There was a game I played with Andy at Beachhead, who's been on the channel twice now. And there was something I didn't do that I should have done, and I can't remember what it was. And I needed to kill a thing. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember exactly the exact details. I was like, if I had, I should have charged these in, and it was end of the fight phase. I should have charged these in as well. And he said to me at the time, and we this is the first time we'd met, right? He said, just to let you know, I'm not going to let you do it. I was like, oh no, I would. This is genuine, right? The game was quite close. I was like, I'm not going to ask. The game is that close. I'm not going to ask. And in the end, I think the game was decided by a single point.
Yeah.
So like in that particular circumstance, I'm like, I'm not even going to ask you to do it. If Andy was 30 points ahead of me and I was looking at it going, I can't catch you, I might be like, should we just do it for a laugh? That's different, though, right? Because it's not impactful.
It's also like, Sword Brethren only have 3 attacks. There was a situation where I rolled my 3 attacks each to fight a wound. He rolled his saves. He had like 1 wound left. And I was like, after we'd done that fight and we're doing another fight, I was like, hang on. Hellbret gives me +1 attack. I've still got 6 more attacks. Or I've got 6 more attacks to make. And I was like, I won't do it because I forgot. And he was like, no, just roll it. Because obviously it determines whether it lives or dies. I was like, no. We rolled it. He passed all of his saves. So it was meaningless. But there's situations where like forgetting to say this guy's doing an action, or like this guy's recovering, or this guy, I had the movement, but I literally didn't move him the 4 millimeters I needed to. I think by asking your opponent's more than likely going to say yes. If you then if you just went boop and you move it, and your opponent's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I think that just ask the question.
Have the conversation, be open dialogue, yeah. Or when you're moving your models in the first place, just move them like Brom does. Measure 6 inches, pick up model, move tape measure with model. Yeah. Dan says he always cheats when playing you. Is that true?
Every time.
Yeah?
Every time. Without fail.
Okay.
And that's not even a joke. Right? He only does it with me.
Oh, I thought it was a joke, but okay.
He only does it with me. He'll just do whatever he can.
Yeah?
Every time. I played him at Beachheads, right? He was a ringer. I think it was like 1 of 2 games he played. Cheated. The problem was, right, he was running Drakari. I thought I knew the Drakari rules. I was like, because Drakari now get +1 to wound when they disembark on the charge. So I was like, yeah, Incubi wound on 2s, because they're strength 5. And he was like, yeah, picked up fucking 30 intercessors in 1 round of combat with characters. And the 5 at Feel No Pain. Decimated them with like 20 Incubi. And then later on, I was like, Incubi only strength 4. So it wasn't an intentional cheat, because he said they wounded on 2s, and I agreed with him.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't cheating, but yeah. I've seen him at actual tournaments play other people. Always really good. Yeah. But we've known each other for so long, we will try and get one on the other person.
That's a cool stream idea.
But that's only... So there was a time in the days of Blood Bowl that cheating was legal unless you got caught. And then you're penalised. It was such a weird... Like, if you got all the way through the game and you won, and then like a couple of days later or an hour later, you you cheated, you'd be like, and it's literally part of the rules.
I feel like that's a cool stream idea.
Yeah.
Have two of us playing each other, quietly trying to cheat, and if chat calls you, you lose 2 points or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great idea.
Yeah.
Although, if people come and find the channel for the first time and don't know what we're doing, it's going to look like absolute arseholes.
You call it like street fight or something.
Yeah. All like that, yeah.
No
prison rules.
Yeah, no rules. No rules, street fight, WWE style, both in full wrestling leotard.
So look, there's there was a picture, I think it was, that Mikey from Hellstorm shared recently, which was in the Thames. Actually, I'm going to find it, right? Because it's quite interesting, as the Thames were sharing it earlier, and as always, I get most of my content from them because it's just easier that way. But they shared a screenshot that Mikey put out of 2 comments. Where was this thing? Oh, here it is. Okay. So he put a video out. I think this might be the most depressing thing I've ever seen for 40k. The game's lost its soul, and this is from a subreddit, and he's put his little face over it as he does, you know. We all do. And he had 2 comments on the video, right? The first comment was, competitive play has been such a joy, and anyone ... The second comment says, competitive play has sucked the soul out of the ... And it was both posted an hour ago on the same video. And has there ever been a truer representation of Warhammer 40k than that? Yeah. 2 comments, the exact same time, one saying it's the best ever, one saying it's fucking dreadful.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up as a thing is because living slightly vicariously through you and your current tournament experiences, I don't want to go to tournaments, I'm not interested. I'm getting to, I really want to go because Joe looks like he's having so much fun.
Yeah. I love it. But I think nowadays, I think because the game is so divisive, right? Because there is that very, very, it used to be a thin line, it's a very wide line now. I think of like it's a tale of old time, narrative versus competitive, right? It was always better in the olden days, kind of thing, the realm that we live in. I think to really, that is glass.
Not my trophy.
I think to truly I think you have to fully embrace the game and play the game how it wants to be played.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you have the most amount of fun. Unless you play like Paddy. Get out.
You've got to really think.
I've been throwing a lot of shade at Paddy because it brings me joy.
Yeah. I think the most reason why it's bringing you joy right now is because he's getting quite defensive about it too.
He gets so defensive. And that's I've found out what set triggers him.
Yeah.
Because he's
Which
not
is a bad place.
Paddy is a really, really nice person. And he's the kind of person that would, if he went to tournaments, he would be winning these
awards. And he's a very good player as well.
Very, very good. Very, very nice. Beautifully paired armies. He is, what I'd like to think, much like myself, we are good representation. We're about sportsmanship and good conduct, you know?
Yeah, but like I said before, actually doing it rather than just preaching it.
Yeah.
TM, 100%. Yeah.
I think, like we practice what we preach.
I'd like to think so. Mm-hmm.
But Paddy just, he plays hard.
We've also got
he plays fun.
We've got quite the number of people that play under the Great Hall Shield Wall banner on ITC as well.
Yeah. So if you're a member and you're on our Discord, there is a code to get a discount on Beachhead tickets, and they put up the red on BCP. You can now start registering for Beachhead. Right? There's already a lot of Great Hall Shield Walls in there. There's a lot of Black Crow. We want to overtake them.
They're nice chaps, though. Black Crow.
Black Crow's really good.
Good people.
They're really good. I've never had a bad game versus a Black Crow person. I think, we want to be the highest representation at Beachhead.
Yeah.
It's not Beachhead anymore. It's the Great Hall Shield Wall.
Yeah, weekend. I need to. I want to sponsor it, but we currently have no money. So, I love it, Joe. I think this best overall thing is something that's pulling me back into the tournament scene. Just about when I was, but more importantly for me, about to launch Hobby House. I think this is something we should definitely do for. And I think if there's a way we can do it for any event that we run, whether that be Warhammer. As in 40k AOS, whether that be Bolt Action, whether it be Battletech, whatever it might be. I just love the concept of I'm going to get you extra points because you're not a dickhead.
Yeah, I think it encourages a lot of people to turn up right? It encourages people back into events, but it also encourages people not to be a knobhead at the table.
Dan, I don't know if we could sell it. If we could sell it, I would say to Joe, let's put some time into it. Since he basically wrote the first one that ever existed anyway. True, isn't it?
Yeah. Exactly.
13 Great Hall, just registered. Got to pump those numbers up, people. Yeah.
Joe's award for the softest lips. I played Tom round 5.
How did that go, Joe?
I only lost to a Thousand Suns player. Tom will admit to himself, there's something about me that disarms him at tournaments. Because when we play here,
he always beats you.
He has a higher win. He beats me a lot more than I beat him. But at tournaments, it's all like the mind games.
Yeah,
it's all about getting in his head.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Right, chat. I'm going to jump into your comments now as well. We'll continue discussing other things as well, obviously. We have smashed 100 likes already. Thank you so much for hitting that like button for us. That's free. You're amazing. Postcards give us more things to talk about for the rest of the show. The more you super chat, the longer we'll probably be here. And if you want yourself a Joe Hope, gifted memberships is the way to do that. We're on 11 so far. Gifted memberships lately, by the way, is like trying to get fucking blood out of a stone.
Somewhat. It's a rough time in summer. It's like the other 11 months of the year, but people must go. Yeah. Also,
what was that English?
I was going to throw some shade, by the way. But talking about shade, congratulations, I think, is in order to a fellow Academy survivor, of Mike Costello.
Oh yeah, he's got a new job, hasn't he?
He's got a new job. He's gone over to Tabletop Tactics, which I think I'm probably made up for. I think it's really good. Much better fit. I've known Mike for years. Great competitive player, but a great narrative player.
I first bumped into Mike at a confrontation events tournament in Portsmouth, hosted by Ricky. I don't know if he still does them. Hosted by Ricky. And I played him there, and what a fucking fantastic experience that was.
Yeah.
I've played him twice at tournaments, maybe 3 times. I think I played him again at Factorum once as well. What a wonderful human being he is. I think Tabletop Tactics is an incredible fit for him.
Yeah,
but I think Lawrence has also got a bit of a steal there as well, because Mike's great.
Mike's great, and I think he'll do really well there. So it's fellow survivor.
Joe stands in solidarity. Right. Whitey, thank you for 1 gifted membership. You're a legend. Farmer George, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
I hope, Farmer George, that you are gifted by John Deere a double-decker farm, like a cow lorry. What's this thing? It's just the big lorries that transport cattle. Like a double-decker one of those for cows.
Yeah.
But like a luxury one.
They do exist, double-decker ones.
I know. I've seen them with sheep, but I've never seen them with cows.
Oh, I don't know if they exist for cows. I think
it's quite heavy. It'd be quite top-heavy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But a bit like cleans their feet, self-cleaning,
Yeah.
Like put their heads out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was because there's a lot of abattoirs have been closing down, so there's been people using them to go round farms to pick up products to go to a singular central abattoir.
Really?
I don't know if you knew that. But
I didn't know all that, but why are they closing?
Cost, red tape,
vegans,
legislation.
Yeah.
I don't think it's vegans, mate.
Yeah. Help the planet.
Yeah.
Kill more animals.
Thank you, Farmer George, for $5 as well, you legend. Take my money before the wife finds it. Well, you can give it all to us, mate. That's fine. No, that's fine. Jill, thank you for the $5 as well. She says Jofi. It's like trophy, but with your name at the front. Yeah.
I want to slowly fill up that mantelpiece in.
Well, I said that earlier when I came in. I was like, the fucking Great Hall shelf is getting covered in silverware. None of it mine, all of it Joe's.
Yeah.
Which I'm chuffed for you.
It helps when you turn up to the tournament, though.
Yeah, I do. But like I said, I think we're going. I think the game is going through a transition period now. So it went for a transition period from being like super chill and fun, and then you had the ITC bolt on, right?
Yeah.
And you had, if you went and played ITC, you had the separate way of playing that was managed by ITC. It wasn't managed by Games Workshop, and they had a whole different way of playing the game. And you picked your secondaries. You had like old school. You got Sailor Warlord, Line Breaker, all that kind of stuff. Then we transitioned into 8th, 9th, and now 10th, where Games Workshop have got their hands on the competitive scene and gone, no, you don't need to play a separate version. We're going to give you the version you can play competitive-wise. And I think we have lived through a period of time whereby competitive has got really fucking competitive and meta's got really meta. And that's fine. Like, it's cool. I don't mind it so much. But I think a lot of narrative players and players that do want to turn up with a list that they like rather than a list they know is good felt maybe a bit pushed out and a bit elbowed out. And now, if we can continue to bang the drum and champion this sort of soft scoring stuff that we've seen at Warhammer World and now at Brawl events, and we can do it with Hobby House, we can encourage more people to go, you can still have an overall winner for battle points who can be the gamey knob, but at the same time, people that are bringing their guard list that might not win anything but they really love it could also do quite well. I think we're then swinging back to this nice middle ground. And so when it's hyper competitive, I don't have a problem with it, but I don't really want to go on the off chance I draw Imperial Knights 3 rounds and then Death Guard and just get my shit kicked every game.
Nice, actually. No Death Guard this weekend.
Yeah,
not a single Death Guard player.
But you can see what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's also like one of the bad kind of stigmas attached to competitive play is that competitive players don't really paint their armies. They're like, buy the army, like in a oneer, build it, slap 3 colours on it, don't really give a shit, play, kick people's heads in, win a tournament, and then after that tournament, sell it. Buy the next best thing. Right? And just go through that thing. Whereas I think now, it might encourage those people to like try a bit harder. Like every time I finish a tournament, I'm always like, how can I try a bit harder for the next one in terms of my hobby? So like obviously I took the Black Templars, half of it was painted by Siege. And then I'm like, what army do I want to take next time?
Yeah.
What can I add into army? What can I build? What can I paint? Because it's not just best painted army. It's just favourite army.
Yeah, this is my point.
It doesn't have to be quality of painting. It could be conversions or just the general building.
And this is sort of my point, because I don't think I'll ever win best painted. Because to get an army out, I can't spend as much time as I'd like to get to a point where I would win best painted. But the fact that there's now a potential to get favourite army votes because of my work, I'm not going to win best painted, but I could actually be rewarded for having something that I've spent lots of time and effort over. That appeals to me, and I think that the favourite game votes and the favourite army votes is something that is legitimately now drawing back in. And I think that's good.
Also,
I hope that works for other people as well.
It's possible to win a game and you both have fun. My first opponent, Steve, who mentioned the gave me the plushie, right?
I love that, by the way. That's incredible.
I think it's great.
Well done, Steve.
Because he recognises his army is really hard to kill, right? Because it's Chaos Greater Demons, it's Nurgle Demons, it's a grind to get through, right? And he recognises that, so he rewards people for.
I love that. That's such a lovely thing to do. Out of his own pocket as well.
Yeah, and I don't know if he watches our channel or not, but I was rolling like an absolute fucking demon. Just 5 and 6s for days. And when you play Templars, that's all you need to roll. 5s and 6s. And there was a point where he was like, these dice are a bit like, let's get a bowl of water to put these in, right?
Yeah.
So I was rolling my dice, and he was like, do you mind if I roll? Because I rolled like 11 5s and 6s out of 12. So he was like, so he picked up my dice and rolled them 1s and 2s. He was like, oh. Next time, rolled insane, picked them up, rolled them 1s and 2s, and I was like, we could just share these dice if you want.
Yeah.
Because he was like, no, it's just me, right? And he was like, every time I've played him, I say every time, twice. He was like, I need to go buy some new dice. He played Simon at Beachhead, went and bought new dice. He's just one of those people who's like, if I'm rolling bad, get rid of them, get new ones in. So we just had a really good game. He was frustrated because he was rolling terribly with my dice that were rolling really hot for me. But we still had a really good time.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that's important.
It is.
Like me and the Thousand Suns guy I lost to, we had a really good talk about just books. Just talked about Warhammer books the whole game. I think, like, it's possible to play the game and you both have a nice experience about anything. Yeah? You don't have to be there, like, winning is all that matters to me.
Yeah. Which, unfortunately, we have gone for a period of time where it has been the case for some people.
Yeah.
Which is fine. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. I would like those to go and play against other people that have that sort of same mindset.
Yeah.
Schooner. Thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Schooner. I hope that you get complimented on your face and body all week. Every time you meet someone, like, doing good. Have you lost weight? You know,
he has lost some weight.
You squatting?
He's literally talked about it in Thanes earlier.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been squatting.
I didn't see that on Thanes.
Maybe
That was
on
a happy accident. That was.
Was it?
Yeah.
He said he lost some weight.
He also bought me a model which is going to be finished soon as well. He got me the new Raven Guard guy. I'm painting Raven Guard at the moment. Basically, these few. So it says once it's done, I don't have to paint any more Raven Guard for a while.
Okay.
Like my channel army is done for Raven Guard.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
Jaffy Barra, thank you for $5. He says, after going to both Warhammer Worlds, AOS GTs, the soft scoring I feel like was a good addition. Also not sure what army to bring to Beachhead for Age of Sigmar. What's your options, Jaffy Barra? That helps us. Joe doesn't read Thanes, no surprise.
I do read Thanes, actually. I read it a lot. It's just that, was you talking about it today?
Yeah.
Well, I was busy, and then I was driving for a lot of today.
For an hour?
A lot of today. But I was doing jobs this morning. I had to do my do the bins, do the cat litter.
I'm just saying, Thanes, there's one person who always loves you.
What I do, Predators, right, is I just scroll through looking for my name. If I don't see it.
This is why they're not gifting anymore, because they all think you hate them.
I don't hate them, I love them. If I didn't have them, I wouldn't get to America.
I mean, it's not looking great.
Air freight, maybe.
Yeah. Air freight, yeah. With a hole in. So you can breathe out of it and push your poo through it.
Yeah. But, just poo into a funnel and blow.
It's not AOS loot this time, Small Town Geek. This is 40k loot.
Yeah, what? 40k leak?
Is it? No, is this AOS loot? The trophy?
No. I haven't got any AOS events lined up. Yeah, I know. Toyment does AOS events. My friend Dan might be doing some AOS events soon. Watch the space. I'll get him a channel on here and push them. I think just bring whatever you want to have fun with, Jaffy Barra.
Yeah, I don't know what your options are, but
like I said to Dan yesterday, I was like, do you want to win or do you want to have fun?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the important distinction to decide on before you go to an event.
Stormcast, Flesh Eaters, or Nurgle? If I had to pick one out of those, I think my favourite would be Flesh Eaters.
I would go Flesh Eaters because they just had a new book.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, we don't get sent them anymore, which makes me sad.
No, well.
We need to do more Age of Sigmar content and then we can get them.
I don't think we're the favourites anymore, Joe.
No.
I don't think we've ever been the favourites, but I think...
No, I think we only have one person to blame for that.
I think not being the favourites now, I think lots of channels are long favourites and people might be getting treated differently, but hey, we'll see.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I'm going
to go for a week.
To talk about more AOS content, we talked about it recently on the show, and I talked to Joe very recently as well. We are looking at the moment at changing one Monday night stream a month from a hobby show to a live game of Age of Sigmar, if you guys are interested in that as a thing. We can do first Monday, last Monday. We can do a middle Monday. I think first Monday of the month kind of makes sense for me personally. But we are looking at doing that. I obviously play a few armies. Joe plays a few armies. Dan's been on the channel before, plays a few armies, and apparently is interested. I think there's a couple of other people Joe knows as well that wants to play some AOS on the channel. So Luce wants to produce all of them. She wants to be the producer because she wants to learn how to run the deck more frequently, especially because then if we do have a gap in the 40k streams, it's basically the same system, so she can then sit in and do that if we need to as well. Also, because Hobby House will be opening, if I'm over here, Luce can run the deck, for example, Joe can play Dan, and I can be running Hobby House downstairs. So, there is a chance. But what we need, legitimately, and this is going to sound very shilly and very grifty, and I'm aware, but we need to see it worth its time and cost. Does that make sense? So that's what we need. And yes, we will be adding heresy content at some point. I still have Mr. McArdle's Space Wolves army, but we only have one heresy army right now. We want to add more heresy content in the future. What I'd love to do, there's other people out there that are already well ahead of us, right? If you look at business, we talked recently, right? We talked earlier in the show about how Mike has joined Tabletop Tactics, who has 9 people on staff now or something like that, or 8 people on staff. So he can have multiple things going on at once because he's got people that he's paying to do that stuff, right? Yeah. I have Joe. When Tom turns up, he's a volunteer. Yeah. When Paddy turns up, he's a volunteer. When Brom turns up, he's a volunteer. When Eddie turns up, he's a goblin. When Andy turns up, he's a volunteer. We currently rely on volunteers to be able to run the game shows. If I could get to a point where I can have AOS running on a Monday and 40k on a Tuesday and Heresy game on a Wednesday and more 40k on a Thursday, I'd love to do that. I'd love to give you, legitimately would love to give you 4 live games a week. To do that, I'd have to have, I reckon, a minimum of 3 more staff. 2 to 3 more staff to be able to run 4 games a week every week.
Yeah. And that
because it's not fair for you to come over every single day.
So I still need to paint.
Because you still need to paint.
Yeah.
So you couldn't be involved in every stream. That's where I want to go. That's legitimately where I want to get to in the future. I want to do that. I'd also like for some of those games to not require me to be involved because I'm going to have a business downstairs to run and I've got a life I also want to live at the same time.
Yeah. Also, like, people do offer to send us painted armies, and I quite often say no.
Yeah.
Mainly because I have, right, this is going to sound really rude, but I have like a minimum standard, right? I'm a bit of a snob. It's my problem. But I also I want to have the best version of an army on the table as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's and sometimes I'm like, no. Or sometimes I'm like, I want to paint that army, so don't give us it because I want to do it. Because if you give it to us, that means I could do something else.
Was just saying there is no UK version of AS Battle Reports like Tabletop Tactics. No, and we'd like to, at the moment, the plan is to do 1 a month. To dip our toe in the water again and see how it impacts the algorithm and how much you guys enjoy it and etc. And maybe we can go to 2 a month to start with, which is still more than what a lot of people in this country are putting out AOS wise anyway. And then we'll go from there. And if we can expand the team and we can get AOS games going where even Joe doesn't need to be here because he comes a long way. Joe comes like an hour and 10 to come to work, right? So I only currently have him coming in on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I'll come for AOS.
So every other day I need him to come to the studio. He's got a 2.5 hour round trip to do to get here and get back. And I also like to think about his family and time away from your missus in the evening. No, I do though, legitimately, because I don't want to be like. I could easily be like, right, Joe, I want you in every single day from Monday to Thursday, and you'd be like, cool, I quit, because
Yeah. But in the evenings when I am at home, I look at my partner lovingly and I'm like, you look really tired, so tired. Quite sleepy, actually.
You should probably go to bed.
You should go to bed. You look very tired. Get some sleep. And then I'm like, boop, Xbox up.
TT now only have 1 show a week that isn't behind a paywall. It used to have 2. Is that true?
We have 0 things behind a paywall.
We have 0 behind a paywall. Exclamation mark gift.
But they are making more money than us.
A lot. I just looked at that.
So there's something there. But then if we put all but 1 show behind a paywall, I think that we'd make less money.
Oh, we definitely would, yeah.
So
I don't think our quality is quite as high as Tabletop Tactics. I don't think we can get away with it.
I was saying to Liam before we went live about how because we're always talking about what could we do as like pre-recorded, but we're also like pre-recorded takes time, effort, money, and never really repays itself.
Not in my experience so far.
It gets you. It helps with channel growth,
but I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Personally, the problem I have is making pre-recorded is really hard for me because I don't like it.
Yeah.
And that's to say, that's nothing about the people that do it. I think Tactics make incredible pre-recorded content. Titans make great pre-recorded content. I don't have a problem with pre-recorded content. I just don't like making it. I like being live, which is also part of the challenge, right?
But I think, because I was saying that, because we were talking a couple of weeks ago about the Black Templars book, right? Every time I've done a stream with Black Templars, I always lose. And I got my 4-on-1 this weekend, right? And I think the problem is, and I said it on the stream, the problem with Templars, they're an all or nothing, right? On a stream, we have to pace ourselves. We have to get 2.5 hours, right? sometimes minimum. Templars are a go in, murder stuff, here for a good time, not a long time, Whereas you can't, like, on a stream, they're not an army that really wants to be held back and stand in a building doing nothing. They're not a defensive army. So, like, maybe, like, I think that works for a lot of armies competitively, I think. So maybe our competitive games go to pre-recorded because it doesn't, pre-recorded doesn't matter if it's a 40-minute battle report or a 2-hour.
I just find pre-recorded always feels a bit more wooden, and I I've been involved in pre-recorded stuff that you get halfway through it and go, this isn't working, and you re-rack and start again. I don't like it.
But at the same time, is it more watchable than re-watching a live stream? Like,
definitely
most of our numbers come from re-watches.
Definitely it is. 100% it is. Yeah. And this then becomes a me issue, right?
Melody, I think it's because you can't sit still for 10 minutes.
Very true.
You're like, you could be at home and you're like, this thing's really important, but have you heard of Instagram? All the way through.
Melody also, she says quite rightly, pre-recorded is at least like 5 times the effort, like minimum, spot on, 100%.
Joe, we would not script it.
With pre-recorded,
there would be banter and there would be no script.
Pre-recorded consistency is key. Liam's ADHD means he will do 2 records before moving on to something else. Yeah.
What we can do though with pre-recorded is edit out all of Adam's racism.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Sheep16, thank you for the $10. By the way, we're on 17 members, chat, with 3 away from 20 and then 80 away from 100. I believe in you. We've got 25 minutes to go. Just 25 minutes to go. Can you sing the song? No, he doesn't sing the song like Lou sings the song. Thank you so much, Sheep16, for the $10. Soft scoring is good, but I have seen it have a few issues at smaller events. I went to an event using it, and the guy who won got put against people he knew 3 out of 3 games, so got 3 best opponents from them. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? How do you feel about that as a problem?
So there is a potential that on a 3-round RTT, best overall doesn't do well. Right. The smaller the numbers as well, I suppose, is harder as well. So say you go to an event, right? 12 people turn up. 6 people are people you know. So you can stack it in your favour, right? But ultimately, you could play someone you know and have a really shit game. You don't have to tell your opponents who you voted for. You can also lie. Do it all the time. But yeah, I voted for you. You're really nice. It was a great game. It was awful. But I think it depends, okay? So because of the nature of tournaments, the first game is always random pairing, right? There is no control over who you play round 1 unless you ask to specifically play that person, right? Round 2 is also random, but also less random because, say it's a 100-man event, right? There's still 50 people from that event that the potential you play round 2.
The bracket normally is quite large.
Yeah, it's much larger, and also like you get real wild cards in round 2 as well, because obviously you end up in situations where round 1, 2 people who have the potential to win that tournament, who would probably play each other round 5, might play each other round 1.
Yeah,
immediately knocks that person out.
Yeah,
right. Of the chances to win, but also you get like there's like 100 people, right? 20 people are there just to get absolutely shit faced and have fun, right? They don't care. There's also a chance that those 20 people play each other. Round 2, you've got 10 guys who were like, I didn't expect to win anything, and I'm here. And what's funny is that sometimes you have those people pair off each other in round 2, round 3. Like there's people that have won tournaments who are like, I have no idea how I got here. Right? I had the easiest run ever, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So as it narrows, right? As you get to the top, the pairings will narrow. So when you have situations where you go to a tournament, there's 50 people, 6 people you know. If they're good players, by the nature of they'll end up playing each other anyway.
Yeah.
But also in your local area, right? If you attend a lot of tournaments in your local area, by the very nature of going to them, you will become friends. Unless the people are arseholes, most of the tournament events I go to, I know a lot of the people there now.
Yeah.
Just because of going and going and going, right? So I'm terrible with names, and it might take me some time to remember their name, but I'll play them and be like, oh, we played before. You know, this would be like me and Steve were saying that after this game, we're 1-1 now. So I was like, see you at Beachhead for the decider.
He forgets my name, to be fair, chap.
Yeah. I called a mate who I've known for 25 years the wrong name.
Yeah, in bed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Edward, for the $5. Well, other people are cheating, so I should cheat to win mentality. That happens, and I get it. Like, if other people are cheating, why should I disadvantage myself if they're all doing it anyway? I kind of understand that mentality and that mindset. I don't like it. I understand why people may feel that way.
In gaming, like PC computer gaming, if someone's cheating, it is annoying and I get it. But I think if you're at a tournament and someone is cheating, I think it's our responsibility to go to the TO and say that person is cheating, right? And it's the TO's responsibility as the person running the event to make the decision what happens with that cheater.
Yeah.
Right? Because we can all complain about cheaters until we're blue in the face.
Yeah.
Right? But if we don't do anything about it, nothing will improve.
Yeah.
So if you know someone's at a tournament that's cheating, you go.
But also
you go to TO and say this person's cheating. Deal with it.
As much as I understand that mentality and I get what he's saying, I also feel like I don't think the right answer is lower yourself to their standard. The answer is try and bring everybody else up to your standard.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. I think if as players we report it and as TOs we correctly deal with it and enforce the right rules, then we can make the situation. You'll never get rid of it. You'll never eradicate it. But if you make it culturally unacceptable and you make it like, so for Hobby House, I needed to feel like culturally that kind of behaviour is flat unacceptable downstairs. Like that's going to be the point or part of the ethos. It's just unacceptable. We welcome everybody. You should all just be able to turn up and have a good time and enjoy yourselves. Yeah. I think a lot of tournaments do try and achieve that. Mikey's fantastic at doing that at his events. Really, really good at doing that at his Hellstorm events. And
I like that he does a stream about it after the event and calls that person out.
But there's a culture there for the most part where people won't put up with it. I like that. I think that's positive.
Most is the only thing you have in this culture is your reputation.
Quite literally nowadays, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and once you muddy that, and that person gets called out enough, they'll just stop turning up.
It takes 100 times more effort to give yourself a good reputation than it does to destroy your reputation. You know. And when we talked, Luce and I talked about this on nighttime shows a lot, right? The world is addicted to bad news and drama. It spreads significantly faster than anything good. And if you behave unacceptably at a tournament or an event, you can guarantee in the niche little community that is Warhammer, that will spread like wildfire.
There are top players who cheated decades ago who are still trying to repair their reputation.
Well, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about now. Yeah, 100%. You know, and so... I like what Joe says. He's right. If you see it, report it. Yeah. TOs again. Yeah. The other thing that gets me sometimes, and it's very rare I've ever seen this, is when TOs something gets reported to them and they don't have the spine to deal with it.
So this is also another thing, right? If the TO does nothing, that says more about the TO.
Yeah.
Than it almost says about the player, right? Because you go because it means that TO's happy for it to happen.
And again, one of the inspirations we'll take from Mikey, for example, and I'll be the same, is he doesn't give a flying fuck who you are, what your current reputation is, whether you run a channel, whether you're top of the ITC, he treats everybody the same, and if you're being an arsehole, he'll call you about it.
Because what happens if the TOs do nothing about cheaters, people stop going to their event. So I went to a tournament, this guy cheated, we said something, they did nothing. So as a player, you're then like, cool, I'm not going to go anymore. And then you go like, well, I was going to their events, but they allow cheating there. I don't think we should go anymore.
And if that happens, though, that also then feeds exactly what Edward says. If people are going to get away with it, then people will go, well, I might as well do it as well then.
Yeah.
Because you're getting away with it. right?
Yeah.
If it gets clamped down immediately, people get banned, booted, zeroed, etc., then people are going to go, oh, I don't want to be in that situation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that also enforces well, I'm not going to then lower myself to that level because I don't want to be in that situation. So
I think if someone gets caught cheating at a tournament, whether it's round 1 or round 5, you go, cool, all your scores are zeroed. You score nothing. And
is there a
out.
judge program like Magic the Gathering used to have for a standard TO? Is it just it's volunteers?
It's all volunteers,
but there is a code of conduct.
There's Games Workshop does do a tournament organizer support scheme, but there's no training involved. You know, I think they just get codexes.
Yeah,
and that's about it really.
Chat, we are still terrifyingly on. Go on.
I think we talked about before the problem that Games Workshop creates for itself by creating a judge program is it's then taking responsibility for every tournament that happens.
Yeah.
And if one of those TOs fucks up, the blame then gets put at Games Workshop, not the TO. And
they don't like blame.
And they don't want that heat, right? Because they know that there's a lot of shitty people out there, right? Not all tournament organisers are great people. And if they do something to, like, they're like, oh, I'm going to run an event, but I'm only going to have my mates here. So, like, everyone that comes here is in the same team. You know, I think
who would do
Games
that?
Workshop's like, we're not responsible for them. We're not responsible for what they do. So I think it should exist, but there needs to be a external company to Games Workshop to set it up.
Love a bit of ITC team boosting. Xylate, thank you for the $5. He says for the champ. What's your name now? The champ.
The champ.
Used to be the chump. Now it's the champ.
I think it swings.
Yeah.
A pendulum.
Livey Panda, thank you for the $5. Something. Joe and Paddy should start an academy. Something. You could sell that. Could we though? Could we?
I would do an academy, but I wouldn't sell it. I think we just have it as part of the channel. Maybe that becomes like a members thing.
Could we sell it? Could we member only it? Yeah, we could do that. That'd be fine.
It's just 50 videos. So just don't be a cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Just me and Paddy just sat there. We say it once, and then we just sit there staring at the camera for 20 minutes.
When 11th launches next year, I'd like to do a Learn to Play 11th series.
Yeah.
I'd very much
Maybe
like
that's what we do. I think you don't launch it in the middle of it, because we're literally less than a year now, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
So
I feel like academying it now, not that I'd use that name because it's cringe.
Yeah.
I feel like doing that sort of thing right now would be not worthwhile when...
I would call it being the best overall.
When 11th is like less than a year away.
Sportsmanship and fair play.
Yeah.
You know, I think... Like,
fucking hell, you're throwing some shade today, Joe. We are also terrifyingly only on 24 members. This man wants to go to America. I'd like him to go as well.
I'd
like him to go whilst also being able to pay him his normal wage.
Yeah.
So if you want to support the channel here, if you want to support the show, if you want to support Joe, if you want to support Best Overall, if you want to support actually Hobby House as well, the best way to do that is by becoming members or gifting members to us.
I want to experience everything that America can give me.
Yeah.
Only the good stuff, obviously, right? I want to have a Taco Bell.
Oh, you don't? You don't want that?
I want to.
Do it at the end. Don't do it before you play because you.
I don't want to do it before I get on a plane.
Well, do it after you finish playing your tournament, but before you get on the plane.
Yeah,
like a day before,
yeah.
Because you don't want that literal heat, Joe. It's not
I want to experience proper I love Mexican.
Right,
food.
Taco Bell is not proper Mexican food.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
I
vile.
want to have Taco Bell first and then have proper Mexican food.
Right. Okay.
Right. Although I don't know what the quality of Mexican food would be in Atlanta.
Not great, I'd imagine,
but better than the stuff I get from Lidl.
What I'd like to do is a future series which is not even fucking Warhammer related.
If you can't handle Taco Bell, history will forget you.
What I would love to do, here's the thing, I was talking to Luce about this the other day, right? I'd love to do this idea. It'd be so expensive though, and I don't know if we'd ever get away with it. But I would love to, I had this idea of literally starting to make, this is pre-recorded content, by the way, but starting to make like little documentaries. Now you've got a passport, we'll fuck off to a different part of the US to sample the culture, but we would find like a local gaming store to tie it in with Warhammer.
So we're saying it's just Idiot Abroad, but Warhammer.
Yeah, but you and I, but we don't have a filming crew. Because I wouldn't want to be the man behind the camera. I would want a camera following us around.
Yeah,
that'd be great, wouldn't it?
You're like, I must be the centre of attention.
I mean, it's my channel.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You get
but I was including you on that. I don't want you to hold the camera either.
Who's that train watching lad who has the camera that looks down at his face, who looks like Sid the Sloth?
Right. I would love that though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think? If we had a person who followed you and I around with a camera, going to different parts of America, sampling the local delicacies and finding the local gaming store, that would be incredible.
The only thing I have against that, right, is when you go places and there's a cameraman following you, do you not look like a bit of a bellend?
Of course you do.
Yeah.
That's part of it. That's just part of it, Jay. Have you ever tried vlogging anything? You look like a bellend.
Yeah. One of my favourite things to see, right, on social media is people, like, they're like driving along or walking along or whatever, filming people filming themselves in public places. Because you just look like a fucking lunatic, right? The concept of doing those dances on a fucking street and you've got like a fucking phone hand, like a stand in front of you.
I'd be honest. I wouldn't be doing dances.
I don't have that level of confidence.
I just need people. I GoPro with selfie stick. Me vlogging doesn't really work, Colin. To be honest with you, I forget to get the camera out. I forget to record. I just forget to take footage.
If it was me, say I did like a travel diary, right?
Yeah.
It would just be me in different bathrooms. Because I wouldn't be able to sit in an airport terminal, talk about my first experience of an airport terminal in like 20 years.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
I tried it. When we went to Mikey's event, I tried the vlogging thing and I hated it. I hated doing it. Someone filming me is fine to a point. I'm still a bit uncomfortable. But that fucking stupid big stick out, it's horrible. I hate it. I don't like it at all. I really don't. But hey. Thank you, Matthew Ling, for the $10. He says, Liam, I've got the old metal Wolfguard battle leader with dual lightning claws laying around. Would you like it to add to your collection? New to the channel, but love you guys. Well, thank you for thank you for super chatting, thank you for turning up, and thank you for saying you love the channel, you're amazing, even though you're new here. I'd love that model. That'd be great, but don't feel like you have to. You probably make reasonable money on eBay for it, to be fair. Yeah. If you want to send things to us, depending on what they are, there is a PO box address in the description below. Things like that are great. Obviously, brown envelopes full of cash is also great. There's been a few people that have done that so far. So. Yeah. Taco Bell's
I was just reading, sure, Taco Bell is incredibly bland. It has its place, but but that place is not the I want Mexican food box. So they're starting to pop up in the UK, right? And I've started. There's one in Andover, right, on the A303. There's one on the M1 just outside Nottingham now, on the bypass place where we all start. So I've started to get it from there, but I have learned after a couple of visits that it is a lie.
What is Taco Bell?
It's just.
Have you been?
Yeah, I've been.
I've never had one in the UK.
I've had 3
Taco Bells. One in the I've never had one in the UK. I've had it once in the US when the last one over to Titans. Bridget kept on about it, and one evening we were in the studio doing something, meetings and what have you. And in the end, we ordered it in. And it was me, Adrian, Brian, and Bridget. And Brian was like, "I can't believe he's making you do this." And we ordered it in, and it was fucking vile. To me, it's from my experiences, it's just, whatever you order, it's just cheesy mince in a wrap that might be warm. It's bland as well. Right? But the biggest lie is when you add extras. Why? This is the biggest fucking lie ever, right? So me and my missus and the kids, we went to Taco Bell, we ordered the stuff, and I ordered extra mince, extra salad, extra rice and mine. I wanted a fucking monster can of burritos, right? I fucking love burritos. And mine came out, having paid, the £6 extra. It was the same fucking size as the other ones that we had on the table. Wasn't extra mince just how they walked to bring it to your table? Or like they have more air in theirs and I have more mince. Yeah. They put like a bicycle pump in it to make it bigger. They're like, whereas like we've got Mexico, right? Which is great, right? It's more dangerous now, but I like it when Adam comes here. Because that's what I know I'm getting a Mexico. Right. I don't order a Mexico for myself, but when he comes, it's more of a... And when he turns event, yeah. Yeah. Mm. It's a lot more of an event now, but when he comes, I love it. But I want to go, we started making these, taco... we've been making, burrito bowls instead.
so without the wrap, so you just have it all. It's really good. I love it.
Yeah?
I want to go to Mexico.
No.
Why?
Because I can't afford anything at the moment, Joe. I've got a microwave meal in the fridge.
Once we've grown this channel by doing some actual some pre-recorded content, that's how we grow it. I think we get more people in the door, or we start collaborating.
The thing is, right? Growing is entirely irrelevant unless they
are giving you money.
Unless they become engaged members of the community, because you can have 100,000 subs and have 2,000 members, and you can have 35,000 subs and have 2,000 members. And who's more successful?
The money, wherever the money is.
It's the same. Who's more successful?
The bigger channel.
No. Why are they more successful? They're making less money per customer.
Oh, the smaller channel then.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just thinking about Mexico. I wasn't really.
Yeah, fair enough. I give you that one.
I just. Yeah, but we need to. I think like.
Do you not? Do you not normally go for a Chinese with Adam then? God no.
No. I don't want to give him ammunition. You know.
Jaffe Barra, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. We just need one person now to gift set to 75 and we're good.
But I hope, Jaffe Barra, that you have a Taco Bell.
I don't.
Today or tomorrow. I think it's great though, because like sometimes, so the M1's perfect example, right? Actually, the A4 is great. You go to these places, these drive-thrus. There's always a McDonald's. There's a Burger King. There's a KFC. There's some random, like, noodle bar, right? There's always a Costa Coffee that charges you, like, 47 quid for a sandwich.
Yeah.
But now, Taco Bell is there, right? And I've had these 5 things many, many times because they are all over England. But Taco Bell is like it's like an experience.
None of them are my Achilles heel, apart from KFC.
I'd kill a man for a KFC right now. I'd go outside, just kill one. If they said you get a KFC, you know, there's like those videos of like
this is dangerous.
You know, you press a button. Would you like press a button, a random person dies, but you get like £1 million? I'd be like, press a random button, someone dies, you get a KFC. I'm like, bam, 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 bam. The lizard. Have you seen that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen him everywhere.
Thank you,
Lizard.
Jill, for the 1 gifted membership. You're a legend. Yeah. Dan, thank you for the $5. Don't have to paint any more Raven Guard, AJ. Sounds like someone might have snuck into the studio early. Hey, what?
No, as I said on stream the other day, we know these people are coming at some point, but like we're talking about my work, my load, what kind of load I'm taking. Is that at home I've got 15 Assault Intercessors, a Land Raider Redeemer, and a Company Heroes for Raven Guard. Once that's done, it's done, right? And then whenever Matey Boy turns up, I can paint him, and I don't have to paint anything extra, right? Same for White Scars, same for Lights. We know these people are coming. I have to prepare an army for them to be part of.
Yeah.
So I'd rather get the small job of the Raven Guard done before I take on a bigger load for the White Scar or like Lysander.
Yeah, there's also a couple of random Eldar units I would like to intersperse.
Yeah, we were talking about Eldar. There's going to be Eldar slipping in the mix.
Yeah, just a couple of units. I want to still work on my own ones at the same time.
Let's be honest, right? Once I've got that done, it's cleared. I've got my golden ticket damage due. I've got in my garage, I think you've added together, there's probably like another 2,000 to 3,000 points of Eldar to build and paint.
And I've also got the same in my garage for me to do.
I would argue there's probably 18. There's 24 to 30 Wind Riders in my garage, potentially even 36.
Thank you so much to. He said I was implying Joe had broken NDA. It's all good. No. We've been close a few times. Mr. Khan the Betrayer, thank you for the $5. Just started AOS. More content would be awesome. Congrats on the trophy. Hope there are more to come. Thank you. So again, like my gut is telling me first Monday of the month we'll try and make that, because it's easy to plan for. Then we'll try and make that the AOS stream. And even to start with, if it's just me, you, and Luce every Monday to start with, as we find our feet and get used to it again. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'm into playing it again.
I've got a good lineup of people that are all happy to do it. Josh is talking that he wants to come and do it.
You can come whenever you want.
Dan will come and do it. I got people.
Got the people. Jody, thank you for becoming a Hesea tier member. You're a legend. Hesea tier, right. I don't want to sound like a knob, but I'm probably going to sound like a knob. I really want to delete the Hesea tier. I do.
Because you're greedy.
Partly, yes.
Yeah.
Because it's what I don't like about there's a few things I don't like about it, right? We put that in originally.
This man's just giving us money, and you're just
no. And I'm very grateful. But we put that in originally. Let me explain. I put that in originally because I just didn't want to put Discord out there for free. Because when you put Discord out there for free, anyone turns up and comes in, and other people had bad experiences with bad eggs who won't pay for fuck all, but they'll come in and be an arsehole in your community.
Yeah.
And that's why we started the Hesea tier. However, what I don't like is if you sit there and don't buy a membership, and then someone gifts and you get access at Skald tier, and then the person who's actually paying for it gets worse than the person who's just been gifted one for free. And that's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
That being said, I guess those people have chosen to pay $1.99 rather than paying a $5, so they clearly don't think we're worth a $5. If you upgrade to Skald tier, however, you do get access to discount to the merchandise store. If you upgrade to Jarl tier, at the moment, the Jarl's only giveaway is live. That happens every single month, last week of the month. If you are a Jarl tier or higher, it's free to enter in Discord because you'll see the section once you become that tier. You just click on a button, it enters you for free. At the end of the month, or the last day of the month, it will draw one of you at random in the evening, and whoever wins can let me know whichever combat patrol or spearhead box that you would like, and we can get the box sent to you. Alternatively, what we can do is just give you voucher to equivalent value, which is much easier normally. So you can say I want the Eldar Combat Patrol. I'm in New Zealand. I'm like, okay, do you want me to literally buy it from a store for you? You'll need to give me your address or give me your email address. I'll just buy you a voucher from the Games Workshop website for the same value as that box. Yeah. So there we go. There's things we can do.
Joe D. Oh, great. Oh, thank you, Joe D.
What a legend.
You're really good at upselling. You'd be really good working for W.H. Smith's.
That wasn't where I thought you were going.
I think you'd be really good because every time you buy anything from W.H. Smith's, they either try and sell you a bag of Haribo or an 8-pack of batteries.
Oh, do they?
Every time you go into there, they're like, "Would you like anything?"
I often want both of those things.
And they're on the till,
Yeah.
Joe D clearly is susceptible to the batteries and Haribo.
Yeah.
Apparently so are you. Although, to be honest, I love Haribo and I always eat batteries.
So you always eat batteries? Oh, need batteries.
Yeah.
There's obviously the Haskell tier, which I'm a little bit shit about at the moment. I'd like to try and work out what I could do better for that one. We've got the Thanes tier.
Nudes.
The Thanes tier gets you access to a WhatsApp community full of fucking wonderful human beings.
Yeah.
And then there's the lunatics who are also in the Aesir tier, which is fucking mental, those people, but I love them, right? You're amazing. But thank you anyway, Joe, for becoming a member. And then for upgrading to Skald as well. You're a hero. Mr. Khan the Betrayer, thank you for the one gifted membership. Mr. Sven Holio, thank you, Stephen, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Sven.
Love Sven.
I hope,
Miss Sven,
that next time you come, as the next 3 events that you do, you're not so hungover that you can do the next day.
That is, I know, it's something he's fallen victim to of the past.
Yeah.
Mr. Sven.
I hope that you are fully functioning the full 48 hours.
Oh,
yeah,
strong.
Actually, no, I'll extend that to a bit longer. If it's like Beachhead, if you come on the Friday, you need more than 40.
Whilst also having good nights out.
Yeah, that's the struggle, right? Because I was saying that I want to do all 6 games for Beachhead, right? But Thanes basically gave me alcohol poisoning on Friday.
Yeah, right.
I could have said no, but I would have got frowned upon.
You are 37 years old, Joe.
Yeah.
You could have gone, no thank you.
But then I'd have to sit in a room of people disappointed in me.
It was funny. When I came in on Saturday, I felt fine.
I made plans on Friday night for me, Paddy, Dan and Balin all to go to the aquarium. And they all went without me.
Did they? On
the Saturday. No, they basically were like, we'll do something Saturday morning. And I was like, well.
I turned up for lunch and got a table. I got a table for lunch for all of us. And I sat there having lunch. I was like, where's Joe? And you were obviously, at the time, I think probably being shouted at by Tamsin.
Yeah.
I feel like Liam saved you by having the Daddy Guinness for Joe. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's right. That's Ash's fault. So if you don't know what Baby Guinness is like a cocktail, but not a cocktail.
It's my kryptonite, apparently.
It's two spirits mixed together to make it look like a little Guinness. I can't remember what's in it. Right?
Disaronno and...
Tastes beautiful.
Something else.
Kahlua? No.
Kahlua? Tia Maria?
Can't remember. Tastes beautiful, right? Love it. Ash asked them to make a pint one and they refused. So he bought a load.
Yeah. I imagine because it's an illegal amount of alcohol.
Yeah, it is. I haven't got a personal license. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So he bought a load of them and then poured them all into a pint glass.
Yeah.
And I think his intent was that he was going around letting everyone have a sip of it, which is a bit weird, right? 20-odd adults drinking out the same glass.
Yeah.
So what he did is I was chatting to people in a booth. He walked up behind me, over my shoulder, banged the glass down as if to be like, your turn to take a drink. I did 10 years in the army. When someone drops a dirty pint in front of you, what you do is you pick it up and neck it immediately. And I did. And he went, you weren't supposed to drink it all. I was like, well, don't put it in front of me with no instruction.
You drank 40 quid's worth.
I was like, don't dump it in front of me with no instruction. Like, I did my instincts kicked in. It was all for Joe. Oh, well, it's all gone now, isn't it? You know. The Springies, thank you for the one gifted. I think I did that one already, but I'll say thank you again anyway. You're a legend. Thank you so much, Mikey, for becoming a Hasir tier member. He didn't buy this upsell. Michael, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. You're a legend.
I hope, Mike, that I hope that someone buys you a 4-pack of Greg's sausage rolls and Yum Yums, but the sausage rolls are warm when they get to you.
And the Yum Yums.
Yeah.
Warm Yum Yums is great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rum O'Clock, for the $5. Joe, Atlanta is all about the lemon pepper hot wings and barbecue. Please don't eat Taco Bell. Chick-fil-A at the lowest, buddy. Isn't Chick-fil-A quite... Is that the one that's quite controversial for some people?
Isn't that the one? Isn't that the one where they have all the fights at night?
I don't know. There was something about it that I remember it being you shouldn't eat there.
Well,
Morally, you shouldn't eat there. I don't know why.
I really got into wrestling recently on my week off.
Naked? In the garden?
No, it's WWE.
Oh, right, okay.
Now because of social media.
Watching.
Yeah, watching. And obviously because of social media, because I said I like WWE, I've now NXT and all the other kind of extra shows that go along with it. And I've been watching a lot of Cody Rhodes, who's got his own podcast. He's currently the current WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes. Great. His podcast is great. He's got a great sense of humor, really funny. But he's from Atlanta, and he was eating at some incredible pizza house in Atlanta, which I now want to go and find and eat there. Because those pizzas are fucking massive.
I originally when you said you were going to go to Atlanta for the golden ticket, I had machinations to come with you. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to book a flight and be like, I'm going to come with you, Joe, for a week because I love America, but I don't think I can afford for both of us to go. It's going to be
I think we should both go. I think
that's all well and good if I could afford it.
I've never travelled abroad, so
I would happily come with you. I can't afford it.
I need to wear one of those harnesses on the lead that kids have.
I'll get a retractable lead and walk around with Joe on the lead.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is the controversial one. Yeah, I thought it was the case. The politically problematic one. Okay.
Yeah.
I really, because I've never been to Atlanta. I have no interest. I don't have a golden ticket, so I'm not going to play. But I've never been to Atlanta. And I really want to go to Atlanta.
Atlanta always pops up in TVs and films, and it always seems really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mainly because there's zombies there.
Mm-hmm. It's America. There's zombies everywhere.
Yeah. Fat zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I if I could have afforded it, I was going to surprise you and just come with you, but now I don't think that's possible. But hey, Sir Galahad, thank you for the $10. Anyone found cheating should be allowed to continue, but they are followed around all weekend by a mariachi band, even when socialising afterwards in the pub, and billed the cheater for the band.
So when you buy a ticket to a place, are you is it like you're technically buying you're signing a social contract to go along with any rules that are implemented. So if you pay to go to a football match, you are agreeing to have a security check, to abide by the rules of the site. So you won't drink in the stands, you won't do drugs, you won't have a fist fight, blah, blah, blah. Right? You will do what they tell you to do when you're there, but you still watch the game.
I think if that isn't already the case, then we can certainly have it in our terms and conditions.
Yeah, so part of when you buy a ticket to Hobby House, you are contractually obligated to, when you cheat, you have one of those signs that you clip onto your head. There's an arrow that just says "cunt." There's one a big flappy sign that every time you move, the arrow is always pointing at you, and people to be aware that you're a massive knobhead. I think that's what you do. You have to wear. You can continue to play, but you have a big sign on your head, and you have to wear the T-shirt of shame, which just says cheater on it.
Can we not just do the Game of Thrones, make you walk naked through the building with someone ringing a bell behind you? Shame. Yeah.
That's too much like my everyday though.
Thank you, Joe, for upgrading. We talked about that anyway. Thank you so much to Galahad of the Grail Hunter. Good to see you around again, mate. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you. I hope that you are given a miniature Shetland pony.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Or a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
A Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
I knew it.
Of course it is. I can tell. Have you found the show yet?
I can't find the English one.
Oh my god!
I can only find Australia. Why is it that anything that England does, America copies it, and then for some reason Australia does it afterwards? It's weird.
It's such.
But I can only
show.
find the Australian and the American.
It's
one.
such a good show. I need to find it. We need to find it somewhere. There's got to be a place we can find it where I can show you. I'm sure I found clips of it on YouTube before. But thank you, Sir Galahad, you're a legend. Thank you, Mandy, for the $5. Waffle House is where the fights happened. Chick-fil-A is a Christian place that's closed on Sundays. Absolutely love their milkshakes and chicken.
Oh, I tell you what.
I've eaten there before, and their food is good. I'll give it that much. But there is some controversy around the business.
What happened to Waffle House Girl? I think Waffle House, there's a video of Waffle House Girl where someone throws a steel chair at her. She catches it in one hand.
Oh.
Fucking flings it back. She's
She's
like a pro. She's like John Wick of Waffle House.
Yeah. And then Cray. Thank you, Mandy, by the way. I hope you're doing well. Due date super soon now, right?
Yeah.
Super soon. And thank you, Cray, for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Cray. I hope that you invent a new burger for McDonald's, and it makes you loads of money. And then I had a new wrap the other day from them when I was driving.
Yeah.
It was really good. It's like a spicy one.
I've kind of really gone off McDonald's.
I'm a big fan of a McDonald's wrap because they're good for when you're driving. If you do a lot of long distance driving, it's the most eatable McDonald's food.
Last time we had McDonald's, since we've been on this diet that Lucy's put us on, I ate it and then just felt shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you will do.
Due date pass up for a feeding and back to bed. And everything's going well. Good. I'm glad.
What about the baby?
Should have told us. Yeah. Baby's in asleep. She's getting herself a sandwich.
Did it run out? Is it a marathon runner as well already?
We're on 41 members, chat. All I need is 10 to get to halfway, or one of you to gift 59. That'd be great.
What have you called it? And why is it Joe?
Is it Joe? Or Liam? Or Joe Liam?
Yeah.
Or Liam Joe?
What were we talking about before that?
I don't know. Thank you, Cray, for the yellow one. The 1,000 Japanese yen, you're a legend. He says, okay, I have an opinion and I want everyone to share their thoughts. The new Nightbringer shouldn't have feet or legs. It's weird. It should be ethereal like a Reaper. Liam and Joe thoughts. So, when I first saw the model last week, first by the leak and then by the definitely on purpose 8:30 reveal by Games Workshop on a Thursday, I fucking adored it. I think it looks incredible, specifically compared to the old one. Looks much more in keeping with the Void Dragon and the right size compared to the Void Dragon. All that being said, Friday, I think it was, someone said something about the feet. And now I've seen it, I can't unsee it. And now I think it shouldn't have feet. It shouldn't have legs. It should be like Reaper Ghost, compared if you think about the old one. And now I can't unsee that. And it doesn't annoy me enough for me to think it's a bad model. I still think it's a beautiful model. I still think it looks incredible. Lee is painting my Necron army, and I'm still going to get him to paint the Nightbringer because I think it's amazing. But I do kind of agree it shouldn't have feet.
I like it.
Do you?
Yeah. Didn't it have feet before?
No, well, not really. No, it was just kind of robes, wasn't it? With the upper, and it kind of the robes turned into the upper torso, and then he had his scythe.
I think the feet kind of break it up and give it a bit more, because otherwise it's just a cape with arms, isn't it?
But it's more like Nighthaunt-y that way, which I like. I like the Nighthaunt vibe, no legs.
The thing is, though, I think maybe that's why. To distinguish it from the Nighthaunt range.
Yeah, perhaps it's done on purpose.
Yeah.
You can't use this in Nighthaunt now because it's got legs.
Yeah, because there is a ruling where you can't use 40k models in Age of Sigmar. So by giving it legs, and I don't think they're a problem. I think that someone said this, and I've seen chat's gone a bit quickly, but I've seen before, right? The other thing I will say is that the Void Dragon, the Deceiver, although it's an old model, and the Transcendent Catan, they all full torso Catans, right? Yeah. They are actual arms and legs star gods, and the only one that didn't fit that aesthetic, arms and legs, was the Nightbringer, and now they've kind of brought him in line, which I think it makes sense. I just think it's a really nice model.
No, and I agree with you. I do agree with you 100%. I think it's beautiful, but I kind of think I would have preferred it with more, even if they'd have gone, there's legs under them robes, but it was more roby to hide the legs. Yeah. Fine. I think it doesn't look right because it has legs. I say it doesn't look right. That's not entirely true. I just can't unsee the fact now that it never used to, and now it does.
Yeah, but Mike Ryan says that the other 3 Catan have feet.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, so
I
don't have a problem.
Talking about having extra appendages, though.
But yeah,
Squirrel Noob has just grown 6 inches minimum.
Oh,
right, because he's just come in right at the end there and saved the show with 50 of the finest gifted members. 50.
We appreciate that.
Gifted memberships.
We will not forget you. You should go down in the annals of history.
Squirrel Noob, thank you so much for 50. I think he did it last week as well. What a legend.
I just saw Dave. He does have some serious little grippers, though. Fully so. Squirrel Noob. Sorry. I hope.
I'm keeping you up, Joe.
That your work pays for all of your fuel for the rest of the year, or travel expenses,
or both. Yeah, that's good. I like it. I had to do a hope for a 50 last night. I tried to channel my full inner Joe, and I was quite proud of it in the end. Yeah, it was about a friendly magpie.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They're normally unfriendly. They normally steal. So
the person gave them a lolly stick, and they went and built their nest with it. So they started bringing him things, and one of them was a crumpled up scratch card that won some money.
That's good. You do hear of them, like animals bringing people stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our old cat used to bring fucking rodents.
My mum's cat brings in.
Sometimes they were dead.
In the insides of animals, and then the dog eats it.
We used to on our old married quarters. We used to cat sit for some neighbours, and their cat was horrendous for catching shit, right, and leaving it on the doorstep inside the house. And I remember cat sitting once, and I turned up and I opened the door, and inside the door was a dead rodent. Yeah. So I binned it immediately. And the person who I was cat sitting for was like, no, don't do that. I was like, what do you mean don't do that? No. If you take it and put it somewhere immediately, the cat thinks you've taken it as an offering or as a gift. Yeah. And it will keep bringing you more because I've done a good thing. I'm like, I'm house sitting for you. Yeah. I'm not leaving a dead mouse on your doormat for a week. That's not happening. I don't know if that's true or not. I got told that. Yeah. Carl says, Joe, come play some Battlefield 2042 so I'm not shit. I only played for a week when it came out. Come and play on Friday with me and Joe, Carl. On stream. You can come in Discord.
Yeah.
Come be our infantryman.
Yeah. I'll tell Josh to come on. And then...
Michael says, as an American, Joe, I have no idea what that hope was. Be there in March, though, so hope it comes true.
What did I give him?
I don't remember.
The problem is, I just bang them out. My brain doesn't have the capacity, the spare capacity to remember all the hopes I give.
Yeah.
Someone said to me, "Oh, thanks for that hope you gave me," and I was like,
"Cool." Right. I don't mean to be yawning at you all, by the way. Can do Friday. Yay! We have a third. We've got to the end of the show. Big shout out to Joe for winning yet another award, which was heavily influenced by essentially favourite game and favourite army votes. So, like, genuinely, there's a lot of people out there that preach about how you should play the game, and I think what Joe's doing, honestly, I'll be nice to him for a brief moment on stream. What Joe's doing, honestly, is actually proving how it should be done, because you can preach about being super fucking sportsmanlike and super friendly and super fun, and then you don't win any of these types of trophies. So this is, not only did he get an AOS golden ticket, he's now got best overall from Brawl events for the 4 people that went there this weekend. So well done, mate. Good work. And like I say, right, Hobby House is going to be bringing this sort of thing in as well. Adams, if he's still watching, I hope he continues it. And I'd like to see more events bring this in. I think this is a good way of finding that nice middle ground for being both a competitive event and an event that people can go to and enjoy. Yeah. I really like it.
Yeah, and I think when advertising events, I think if you push best overall, I think it will attract the right people.
I like the idea that, with the exception of ITC points, best overall commands the same level of prize support as first place.
Yeah. Did you see who sells those shirts? That?
No.
The name of the company. I had a good laugh over that.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
That's a name.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read that out. Right. Cool. You're amazing. You're incredible. So, Scroll Noob says, "Is 2042 worth playing? BF6 has me itching for my Battlefield."
Yeah. If you've got an Xbox, it's on Xbox Game Pass, so it's free.
I've got nearly 100. I've got nearly 100 hours in 2042.
Yeah.
On my PC, and that was from launch. I will say that over the last year and a half, I've barely played it, because it's just a bit of a mess and it's not that great. There's a load of things they did that they never changed that was bad from release. Comparatively with Battlefield 6, it's awful. Comparatively with Battlefield 1, I think it's awful. Comparatively with Battlefield 3 and 4 and Bad Company 2, it's flat fucking garbage. But
it's a good standalone.
In the gap between now and Battlefield 6 coming out, I absolutely have zero interest in going back to Call of Duty as a title or a franchise. I'll be playing 2042.
Yeah.
And if I think 2042 is very difficult to enjoy on your own, I think you can have some fun on 2042 if you have a full squad.
Yeah.
Legitimately. So.
I think it's, it fills time. Also, it does give you unlocks for Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
So if you want to get some extra free skins and stuff, I think jump on back at 2042. I'm probably going to play it just to kind of scratch that itch, because it's only like 6 to 8 weeks to the release of the next one. It's going to be the 4 days it was the beta wasn't live was a long 4 days.
The game, but 2042 as a game is garbage. It's shit, in my opinion. Especially compared to other things that Battlefield have done.
I quite enjoy it.
But 2042, I think, is also, and the feedback they've had from it and the way it was received, I think has given them a big kick up the arse for what Battlefield 6 is going to be. And I think for that, at least, it's good. I'd rather 2042 was flat garbage, meaning that they've done a lot of work with Battlefield 6, rather than it being average, they didn't put as much work into 6.
Basically, 2042 had to fail for Battlefield 6 to succeed.
Yeah, give it a kick up the arse.
I think Call of Duty needs a failed game for it to be good again. I have zero interest in the new Call of Duty, but I'll probably play it because it'll no doubt be free on Game Pass. I'll do the campaign, sack it off.
Black Ops 6 was advertised on Facebook recently by Call of Duty, and the comment section was interesting.
It was not.
It was not favourable for Call of Duty.
There were not many nice words.
No, there was 1,400 comments when I looked, and every single person was like, "I'm just playing Battlefield instead."
Yeah,
like cool. And I believe Black Ops 7 also releases after Battlefield 6, so it's firmly in EA's hands not to fuck this one up.
Call of Duty will only do well because it's free.
Or if Battlefield 6 fumbles the release, which is possible. It is possible. They have done it before. Most of the most recent games they've released have been broken on launch. They've had to fix it quickly.
Every Battlefield game's been broken on launch.
Yeah. Right, you people are amazing. Thank you for hanging out. We ended up on 91 of the finest memberships, so only 9 away from the target, but you're insane. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the chatting. Thank you for all the engagement. You're all incredible. We love you. We have got a live game tonight. Tom and Joe are playing. They played this weekend in game 5 at the tournament. Is it a rematch of Army tonight? Or are you playing what you put on the schedule?
I think it's Tyranids.
You put Tyranids on the schedule?
So basically because it's been like 2 months since I played Tyranids.
Yeah, so you put Tyranids on the schedule, but you also said about it being a rematch. I don't know if you're running
Tom wants to do a rematch, but I think we'll just play because World Eaters into Black Templars is a quick game.
Yeah, so let's do Tyranids.
I
told everyone yesterday Tyranids because that's what you put on the schedule originally. Yeah. I've got that tonight at 7:30. That'll be a laugh. It should be fun. It's the team of all time. Yeah. One of the teams of all time because Paddy also hops in.
Paddy games are controversial now.
I'm playing Paddy on Thursday.
Because of me.
I'm playing Paddy on Thursday now.
Yeah. Because people aren't happy if I'm miserable or happy. They're like, there's one camp that wants me to be miserable and complain all the time, and one camp that hates it.
We need a game where you just jump between the two.
Yeah.
Happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad.
Yeah.
Right. Tomorrow night we have the Warhammer show at 7:30, and I had an idea for what that stream was going to be about, and I've forgotten. Thursday there is another Liam and Joe show at 1:30. The game in the evening was going to be Tom versus Paddy with Joe on the deck, but Tom had forgotten that his mate has a wedding reception that day that he's going to, so he can't be here.
Who has a wedding reception on a Thursday?
Because it's much cheaper.
Sounds like bullshit.
Much cheaper than having them on the weekend. My parents recently went to my cousin's wedding, which was on a Wednesday. So much cheaper than having it at the weekend. So much cheaper. So I'm now playing Paddy on Thursday, which is actually I'm kind of excited about because I want to play Eldar again. I've got the itch at the moment. Yeah. And then Friday we come back with After Dark at 9 PM with bonus Vag, ! Vag, in the morning. Well, Joe and I will play some Battlefield.
Are you going to play for longer this time? You went to the beach.
No, I didn't. I went to the Barbers. And then I went to the beach.
I was like, you fucking lied to me.
No, I went to the Barbers.
I went to the Barbers, then I spent the evening asleep or something.
And then I went to the beach. It was bloody beautiful as well. I have nothing in my calendar on Friday.
Fucking stay that way.
Hopefully we'll see you tonight for this. Oh, hang on, I need to get my thing out first. Oh, so many things to do. Right. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching, you wonderful human beings. Hopefully we'll see you tonight for that live game at 7:30. If not, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.